I will say, and this kind of leads me into a question, kind of tangent kind of thing. It was actually the first time in a little bit because if you aren't already familiar, my go-to drink recently has been old fashions, and I actually didn't do one during that night, and that's because
Newsflash.
my dad and my sister-in-law were also getting one because the one that was on
Mm,
file on the menu was just an espresso old fashioned, which it was I was interested in, but once they were getting it, there was I was like, no. So
yeah.
then I just went with a whiskey sour instead.
I mean, that's a good backup. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong with whiskey sour.
and
I
then I
do
also
put one.
yeah, then I did a dark and stormy after that, but
Oh, so you did what?
a dark and stormy,
What is that?
dark rum with like ginger and lime
Interesting.
juice. Yeah,
I've actually never had that.
it's pretty good.
Nice.
But the reason why I come with the question is, are you the type of person when you go out with a group of people or
Mm,
whatever in a restaurant, like sit down setting kind of thing? I
yeah.
have to kind of specify that in terms of going out.
Yeah. Fair.
If your group, if there's multiple people getting the same thing, whether it's like the same drinks or same food or whatever,
Food
and
or
you're
whatever.
interested in it, but you don't really want to get the same thing because two other people are getting it
Mm,
anyways, are you like me? Where like, eh, I'm gonna get something else because I don't want to be like the third person
yeah.
or fourth person. Like another example of this is the week before when we went to beer hall, they had like a special sandwich that day,
Mm,
and like everybody at our table except for like my
yeah.
sister-in-law and my mom uh got this thing. I was like, well, I'm not gonna get it too if everyone else is getting it. I'm gonna get something
Yeah.
else. But that's where my question kind of comes from. Like, are you someone who is going to be like, I'm going to get that too,
Mm,
because it like catches your eye that much, and you don't care that the other people
yeah.
at your table have it or getting it too, or are you like me, or is like, I'm going to get something else because I don't want to be the other person that's getting this same exact thing.
Yeah, that's fair. It's actually funny you mentioned that. So, because my
Because
brother and I,
this
yeah,
is also like a question, kind of like when you had your counting, like on the computer,
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
question. It
yeah.
was like
It's like
it's
in
something
the
that happened
moment,
like in the moment.
aha.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's a great question. It's fun 'cause I never really thought about that either. I'm actually a little bit opposite. So, like, I will say, I will throw this quick scenario at you though. I will say, 'cause this actually happened to me, ironically, that they mentioned that. So first, my answer is I more so like 80% of the time will probably lean towards if everyone else is ordering, if I was already planning on ordering that, I'll just order anyway. Like I don't care that much for me personally.
hmm
There very rarely where it'd be like, oh, you guys are all getting that. I'm like, yeah, I'll switch up because one, I'm so like set on what I wanted to order, and if everyone else happens to order it, then that's fine, cool,
yeah,
good with that. And at the same time too, it's just like, well, shoot, like if you guys are on it, I'm like, I don't know what I want now. It's like, well, hold on, give me another like 3 to 5 minutes to figure out what the heck I want now. Now I gotta come up with a brand new order. So there's that. But it's funny you mentioned that because I ran into that
that is the
with
only thing though, is if that's the
which is
case, you're
fair
like, well,
because you
I'm gonna
have
have
to
to
have a
figure
good
out
backup.
a backup option, and then maybe like a third option, like, oh, I don't really want that or whatever. But like for
Yeah,
that was more so drinks for that night, and for the
sure.
open bar or whatever. Like if I could have easily just done because they were doing espresso old fashioned, and I knew like even when thinking that it's like I'm gonna taste test my dad's because he just how we are.
I
It's
like
like,
that
oh, you
idea.
want to try
Yeah,
this? Why try this kind
yeah,
of thing with our drinks? Like if it's good enough, I like it. I'll like
yeah,
get it for my second drink,
yeah.
and it was fine.
That's an idea.
It was fine. It had better like coffee infused old fashions, but that tasted more like iced coffee to me than it did like an
Mm,
old fashioned.
gotcha. Interesting. That's interesting. But no, that's a good method too. Is like if you want to get like the same drink, but it's
Yeah.
like, oh, like let me one just sample someone else's to see if I would actually even like it, and then so like I said, get something that's different the first drink, and I'm like, you know what, I actually do want that for the second drink.
Yeah.
But no, I actually had that with my brother. Because after pickleball, we went to lunch on Sunday. And he took in this good spot close to where we played pickleball. Um, and I'd never been, so I was like, I don't know what to, and this is the scenario I'll kind of like counter with another question that's similar. Is I'd never been there before the first time, so I didn't know what I wanted like at all. Like it was one of those things where I'm like, I don't know, like I mean, I didn't really glance at the menu a whole lot, and my brother's like, oh, like this sandwich is like super good. I was like, all right, like I trust your food opinion, so like I'll just get that. I don't care. And
Yeah.
so even though it was just the two of us, I was like, I ordered the exact same thing he did because I was like, it's like
Yeah.
that way. I'm not
And
like
that in
waiting.
that kind
Yeah,
of setting, it's different just because it's just two of you, so it's like
right.
that's okay. But I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
there was like
But you're
five of
talking.
us at
You're
the table, and
yeah,
majority of the table is getting the same drink. It's like I'm
yeah,
gonna get something else because at least
yeah.
yeah.
No, which is fair. Yeah, because I was going to say kind of like I think it depends on the situation of like even if you like I guess more so again my counter question is even if it's still 5+ people and you've never been there before and you all basically start ordering the same drink, would you still order the same drink? Or if because it's a new place you've never been there, would you say like, yeah, I'm all for it, or no, I'm going in the opposite direction?
It would depend on what the drink is for that
Yeah, which is fair.
for that
What
restaurant we
everyone's
went at.
thinking,
The
yeah,
old fashioned that was there, and they also had a black Manhattan that my
yeah,
brother was getting, but I just went with my drinks instead.
yeah. Yeah, actually, kind of spur of the moment thing. I just thought too. I had this after I had like a work thing, and then we went out for like a celebratory dinner and everything. And I'm like, for me personally, I certainly try to be mindful when I'm at like even if it's like a celebratory thing, everything like that. Um, like there's still like work people there, and like one like my boss's boss, like one of my actual main managers of my department was there too. Like obviously I was having a great time, everything like that. But I was just like, I don't know, like for me first, I kind of felt bizarre. And it was like, oh, like yeah, we're all getting drinks in this house. I'm like, all right, like I mean, like sure, I'll get one, whatever. And it was just funny because everyone was going down the line. Like this place is like they were known for their I think it was like their whiskey sour or something like that. So everyone's just going down the line, whiskey sour, and like, oh Jeff, you just go get a whiskey sour. I'm like, sure, just throw it in there. Why
Yeah,
not? And it was funny because ironically, one person did what you did, like. Well, everyone else is getting whiskey sour. I'm not, and it was
yeah,
just so funny because I was like, I think like 8 out of the 10 people got whiskey sour. Someone got wine. Someone else got like I think actually, ironically, in old fashioned, I started cracking up, and
mm.
I was like, "Oh, it's a
That's
Whitmer."
Witmer. I don't know Witmer was here. Huh.
I was like, "Where'd you come from?"
I do have that
But
ability.
yeah, yes. But it was just funny though to me.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's like
I
it
also
depends
kind of
on the
want to
setting,
do
depends on
something.
the drink.
I also kind of want to do something different because not that I
It,
wouldn't have been okay with like an espresso old fashioned. It's like it just didn't really it wasn't that interesting enough for me. I was like, yeah, I'll try
it
it.
didn't pique your
I could
interest,
have just said,
drink
hey, can
wise.
I just have like a regular old fashioned because it was just an open bar, so they can make
Yeah,
much anything.
there you go.